Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're tackling a really massive concept that sits right at the very heart of organizational success. We're talking about management purpose and how it literally dictates the effectiveness of on-the-ground operations, like maintenance planning. So whether you're leading a massive facility or just studying how top-tier organizations thrive, okay, let's dive into this. Why are companies even doing maintenance? It's a foundational question, but one we rarely actually stop to ask. So often, we just view maintenance as this mundane, reactive chore, right? Fixing things when they break, swapping out parts, basically just surviving the day's breakdowns. But if we want to truly unlock industrial performance, we've got to completely shift our perspective on why this work happens in the very first place.
Which brings us to part 1, the 3 stonecutters. Let's look at this classic story from Dr. Peter F. Drucker to set a philosophical baseline for understanding workplace purpose.
Let's set the scene right down in the mud and dust with the workers themselves. Imagine 3 stonecutters. Now, they're working on the exact same rocks in identical weather conditions using the exact same tools, but they have completely different mindsets. The fundamental truth we have to remember here is that resources, whether we're talking about stone, tools, or human labor, they just don't produce on their own. The physical environment is identical, but the mindset of the worker, well, that changes absolutely everything.
Picture this. You walk up and ask the first stonecutter what he's doing, and he just flatly says he's simply making a living, a pure transaction. Then you ask the second stonecutter, and he proudly states he's doing the best job of stonecutting in the entire county. A bit better, right? He's got pride and ambition. But then you ask the third stonecutter. He looks up from the stone and says, "I am building a cathedral."
Building a cathedral. This brilliantly illustrates a profound shift in thinking. See, that third worker truly understands his job so much better than the other two, purely because he grasps its ultimate purpose. He isn't just chipping away at a random rock. He's contributing to a grand, lasting structure. And because of that, his daily, repetitive task is infused with incredible meaning and, for sure, higher quality work.
Moving on to our next section, Drucker's management legacy. Let's pull back the curtain on this parable to look at the American mastermind who applied it to modern business, Dr. Peter F. Drucker.
Dr. Drucker greatly advanced the very practice of management as we know it. Back in 1954, he published his classic text, The Practice of Management. And from those writings in the mid-1950s, he sparked the Management by Objective, or MBO, movement. Actually, that's a framework still used to align goals in major corporations globally today. Present day, his work remains an absolutely essential foundation to global economic success. His insights into purpose, they're just as critical right now as they were decades ago.
Next up, the purpose of maintenance. Let's pivot from those philosophical heights down to the harsh practicalities of the factory floor and ask what this cathedral parable actually means for real-world maintenance planning. If we're going to apply that cathedral mindset, we first have to clearly define what we are not doing. We are not doing maintenance just to provide jobs, and we are certainly not doing it just for the sake of turning wrenches. It's incredibly easy for an organization to fall into the trap of doing work just to stay busy or to simply check boxes on a clipboard. But busy work is not our cathedral.
So the crucial point is this: maintenance is about providing reliable plant capacity. That's its true definition and purpose. Companies don't maintain equipment just to lubricate gears or fix broken belts. No, they do it to ensure the plant can reliably produce exactly what it was built to produce. When your maintenance team understands that they are actively providing capacity, when they realize they are building the cathedral, the whole shebang, the entire focus of their work completely changes.
And that leads us to our final section, driving productivity forward. Because simply defining the purpose isn't enough. We need an authoritative driving force to actually secure and maintain this capacity. Interestingly, much like W. Edwards Deming, Drucker insists that management must actively make things happen. Management is the specific organ of the business, charged with making resources productive. Remember our stonecutters? Like we said, those rocks do not produce on their own. Management absolutely must step up and direct those resources effectively toward the goal.
And here's where I'm going to hit you with probably the most shocking fact from Drucker's insights. 2 times. It takes twice as much effort and skill to stay productive as it did to become productive in the first place. Now that really sink in. We often think the hardest part is the initial push, getting a new maintenance program off the ground. But Drucker warns us, fighting the natural entropy of a facility where machines naturally degrade and processes inevitably drift, that requires double the management skill and double the focus just to hold your ground. That's massive.
Without that constant, doubled effort,
There are really only two paths a company can take. On one side, without active guidance, we end up with lazy or stagnant resources. People naturally lose focus. Machines naturally degrade. On the flip side, we have enlightened and active management. Drucker makes it explicitly clear that only superior management competence can keep a company progressing. You simply cannot put maintenance planning on autopilot. Management has to make it happen.
Which leaves us with this final, absolutely crucial question to ask of your own organization. Is your management team just making a living, or are you building a cathedral? Everything we've covered today proves that success is all about purpose and active, enlightened direction. It's time to stop doing maintenance just for the sake of it and start managing for reliable capacity. Thanks for joining this explainer. Keep focused, keep learning, and go start building your cathedral today.